yo, you wanna go see a fight? So I was like, yeah, what are we still doing here? So we hop in his whip and we head over to the venue for the fade. We pull up and lo and behold, both of the groups that I tried to avoid were there. In fact, they were the ones who were fighting. At the end of today's video, I'll be giving away 3 $100 Amazon gift cards and 3 signed posters. Stay tuned. So this story takes place back in high school here in the good old US of A. It was my second year of living here in the States, and by this time I was fully Americanized. I knew how to dress, I knew how to talk, I got my first girlfriend, I was on the varsity basketball team. I was here, okay? I made it. I also knew all the social cliques that made high school society what it was. I figured out where I fit in, which of course was with the basketball players. I also learned what groups to stay away from. 2 in particular stood out. The first group had clear red flags, the most obvious of course being the ones they wore in their belt. You know this group. Camo pants, trucker hats, parents probably didn't vote for Obama. You get the picture. That was the first group I learned to avoid. The second was a little more subtle. These guys I could accidentally get myself in trouble with because they were black, you know what I'm saying? Like, they looked like me, which is always deceiving. They're my people. But I assure you, I had very little in common with these brothers. They puffed organic leaf inhalers in the bathroom, sagged their pants to the floor, wore grills to school. A lot of them were tatted as These were the kind of black guys that made middle-aged white women nervous. Now, I avoided these dudes as well. Not because I was scared of them or anything like that. In fact, hood are hilarious, my G. But these fools were always in trouble with the teachers, school security, the cops. Like, I'm Jamaican, my G. I'm here on a green card, okay? I wasn't trying to get my ass deported by messing with these thug-ass cats. So, yeah, left that alone. Anyway, one day my boy AJ comes to me after school and is like, yo, you wanna go see a fight? So I was like, yeah, what are we still doing here? So we hop in his whip and we head over to the venue for the fade. We pull up and lo and behold, both of the groups that I tried to avoid were there. In fact, they were the ones who were fighting. Apparently during lunch that day, one of the whites and one of the blacks had some friction. The white guy probably called the black guy a monkey. The black guy probably said something about the white guy kissing his sister. Whatever it was, things were said and now a fade had to be ran. And a part of me was sad, man, because this scene showed me that toxic racial tension was still very much alive and well, even in the middle class community that I lived in, even among the younger generations. On the other hand, a much larger part of me was very excited because I wanted to see how this shit was gonna play out. I mean, fuck history class, I got that shit right here, dog. So I, as well as the dozens of other students who heard about the fight, circled around the whites and the blacks as they prepared to run the fade. I, however, made sure not to stand too close, seeing that my skin color doubled as a team jersey in this situation. And I didn't want to get involved in this little race war. Although, to be honest, I wasn't too worried, seeing that my team was clearly the A side. I mean, let's be honest, right? There's a reason why blacks dominate most of the professional sports, but still, kept my distance. And then it happened. Somebody pulled the trigger to start off the brawl, and that trigger was a word that rhymed with trigger. And just like that, the brawl started, and I gotta be honest with you, man, it wasn't looking too good for the whites. I mean, the blacks just overwhelmed them offensively from the first quarter, putting the whites on the defensive pretty much for the entirety of the brawl. It was a complete massacre. I mean, the whites were just not ready. They did not prepare for the sheer firepower that the blacks had brought to the table. This one dude in particular, let's call him Rivers, single-handedly dropped 5 Confederates in quick succession. Bap, 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 bap. It was like watching the main character of an anime take on like the level 1 henchmen, like the ones that don't even have names. They're just the filler bad guys. It was vicious. Anyway, after about 5 minutes of this madness, somebody yelled those magic words. Yo! Somebody calls the cops! And nothing gets a group of black guys' attention more than that. So the fade stops, but it was clear who won this round. AJ and I ran to the car because, as I said, I was wearing one of the team's jerseys. And we all know that the cops aren't exactly the biggest fans of this particular team. And then we left. We went home, and that was that. That was the first high school brawl I ever went to. Moral of the story: racism is stupid. Fighting solves nothing, and be careful of the people you associate yourself with, because trouble has a way of finding company among certain groups of people. Hey, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy, man, the one, the only, Young Don, the Sauce God, and I am back, baby. As most of y'all realize, I took a break, okay? A whole 3 weeks without posting. Now, I know a lot of rumors been floating around about why I've been gone, and to be honest, I'm not really trying to talk about that, man. I tell you what, though, I would never let a woman get between me and the Sauce Squad, so I'll give you that. Today's a little special, guys. I feel like being extra generous since y'all have been extra supportive. So this week, I'm picking 3 winners. 3 people will get a $100 Amazon gift card and a signed YDSG poster. Here's how you can win. 1, go follow me on Instagram. 2, go like my last picture. And 3, tag one person in the comment section telling them to watch this video. And just like that, you could be one of 3 people who will be $100 richer and the recipient of a signed poster from yours truly. Link to the gram down below. Today's winner of their very own signed YDSG poster is at It's Nitra. Congrats, fam. Make sure to check your DMs for more. As always, I want to thank y'all for your love and support. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Next animation drops sometime next week. Don't forget to like and comment down below. I'll be responding to comments for the whole next hour. I love you, and I'll see you again next week.